I've got a 1962 Morris Minor Traveller that I've had for about 6 years now, and finally going to test the electric engine in it, and hopefully the wheels will turn. Yeah. So Rod and Jamie have helped me with all the electrics on the car and getting the engine, batteries and all the wiring done. Jamie's also been helping me do some body work, and we're currently vinyl wrapping the panels at my shed. So I've got a coat of primer and then a base coat of colour, and then got a vinyl wrap that we're wrapping each individual panel, and then final assembly will happen pretty soon actually. Yeah, an exciting day.
So just by way of explanation here, I don't know if the guys have talked to you about it yet, but this is a Morris Minor, and we've got one battery pack in the front and one in the back for balance. And if you have a look down here, we've got our motor there, our permanent magnet motor. That's our inverter there, and a bunch of other electrical stuff, battery management here. 12 volt battery there, DC-DC converter. So it all looks very simple, but it takes quite a long time to get it all together. The battery management is EV Power Special. This is the Batmon system it's called. So we've got a little widget down there, little board, the 12 series board down there that connects up to each cell. And it's got some chips on there and some smarts that it balances the cells. So that's just a shunt balancer. And then it feeds back to a battery management unit, which is in this box here. So that battery management unit basically talks to all of the cells, gets all of the cells' information back and forth continuously. And then that feeds into a battery control unit, which is in the box underneath, that does the overall kind of battery management function of controlling charges and controlling loads and doing state of charge calculations. These are recycled cells out of a Nissan Leaf, by the way. So they'll actually be insulated from the enclosure completely, so they'll sit in their own little nest there.
What can we say about the controller?
This controller?
This controller?
Oh, it's a Sevcon Gen 4, size 6, 80 volt. We'll be running it at close to 100 volt. And it's a permanent magnet AC controller. So what it is, actually, it's a 3-phase inverter. We should stop calling these controllers and call them inverters, because that's what they are. They're a 3-phase inverter. So it takes the DC current from your battery pack, which is here, and you've got plus and minus going to the controller, to the inverter, and then it inverts that into a 3-phase waveform, 3-phase sine wave, that then powers a 3-phase permanent magnet motor. Yeah, here's another thing that Jamie and Gavin designed it, and Jamie fabricated it, the cooling jacket there.
Basically just a zigzag of pattern in this piece of metal cut, so it goes in there and out the air, there, out the other side. Yep. We've taken the lid off the battery pack so we can connect the wires that go from one pack to the other pack.
Okay.
Making the last connection on the battery pack is always the most fraught and dangerous connection. It's switched off, so we've got no voltage across there. We've got no voltage across there. We've got no voltage across there. We've got no voltage anywhere. So there's no reason why that should not be connected. And we'll just do a little dummy check with a screwdriver and connect that to there. No connection. So now, if I stand clear of bodywork and only contact in one spot, I mean, there's not really any danger here. There shouldn't be. It's just that I'm terrified.
bit nervous, but excited and anticipating it. It's been a long time coming.
I just feel nervous.
Alright.
So we're actually just pretty much turning a key away from seeing if it works. That's 12 volt on.
No smoke, no flames, that's good.
Ignition's on.
Oh, that was easy. Did you do that on purpose?
Let's see if it works.
It works.
Turn that on.
Well,
check
it
there.
should come, it should switch on when the controller switches on. Just hold your breath. Wow, that sounds promising. That was the contactor switching on.
Got green lights?
We got a green light there.
Yeah.
Woman, heck, it works.
So could it be possible that the wheels might be ready to turn? We can make it.
So it's in forward now. So
No,
give it a little bit of
I
throttle.
might just make it. It'll be much better.
Look. Wheels just turned.
Did
Really?
it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, did I take your moment of glory?
You
Hey, look at that.
The wheels turneth. EV grin.
Oh, you got my gearbox on?
Could be that it's just freewheeling because it's a bit rattling the gearbox. So I just want to explain to the viewer. This noise you can hear, it's a feature of permanent magnet motors. It's called the magnetising current. So the controller has to give it some magnetising current, and it'll make a bit of noise. It's normal.
With
So
what?
I'll just turn the ignition key off, and it should kill the controller. There you go. So we forgot one of the BMS connections down there, you know, the little plug that's down the bottom there. So Jamie's made this high-tech tool.
Yeah. It's not going to be, still not going to be easy. It's a bit like fishing, really.
Oh, I won't look. Oh, you're missing the big moment.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
What's it?
just witnessing the big moment.
Am I?
That's in.
Okay.
And it was in last night. I think we must have just not gone click with the connector.
3, 2, 1. That's just the startup sequence for the BMS. Amazing but true. It's actually working. So we got on here. I'll peel that off. Our lowest cell is 3.9 volt. Our highest cell is 3.95. So it's reasonably well balanced. And then we got some figures there. So we got stack 1 is in the front, and stack 2 is in the back. So all things being equal, it actually looks like it's good. So now we've just got to program this, and Bob's your uncle. So I'm just debugging the battery management system, as you do when you first install things.
Rod's calibrating that for battery voltage, so I just need to tell him what the exact battery voltage is. 94.1.
94.1. Yeah, everything's working at the moment. We got the charger going, so battery monitoring unit talks via CAN bus to the charger. So charger's down the back of the car, so it's actually, it must be sending the right signals because we've got 20 amps going into the battery pack at 94 volt. So that's good.
Okay, going up? Yep. Going down.
Still on there. It's come off.
It's come off. You'll have to push it back a bit.
Cut it.
So give it a pull now.
All good?
So, inaugural drive.
Alright, yeah, first drive. So we'll start with our 12 volts on, our main 12 volt switch.
12 volts to the car.
Better turn our 100 volt on before our BMS decides it's
100 volts on.
100 volts on.
Disconnect the charger.
Disconnect the
Oh,
charger.
yeah, charger unplugged.
Trick for new players, always have to disconnect the plug before you drive.
Not in gear or on, is it?
Right, so turn key switch on. Click. You got power on your Clearview display there. That's so you'll need to put it. It's in forward at the minute. You need to put it into reverse. Oh, yeah. Put that into reverse, and it should say R on the display there. So put it in maybe into second gear, and
We're good to go.
give it a little bit of pedal. Maybe we should get someone outside to stop it. We don't have the brakes on the outside. It's not going.
Go right around the building.
I'll go around the car park. Pretty awesome to drive my new electric car. It's unreal. Can't wait to get on the road.
Is that the EV grin?
It is. Very happy.